Alright, hello everybody and welcome to my page, Messages from Venus. This video is going to be about the ingredients that I use to dress my Holy Spirit oil, oh my god, my Holy Spirit candle, which I use when I'm doing readings for people. Now, the reason why I'm making this video is not because I like to feed you information or give you the information. It's because I've had one too many conversations with friends and people that I know that are in and out of the craft or in the craft that for whatever reason aren't being taught how to dress candles, connect themselves with the energies they need to connect. And it's usually those people who have been baptized into the Dominican voodoo tradition, which is called Palo. 21 divisions. You guys can look it up. I'm not really going to go into it. It's very sacred. It's a very sacred, and I call it a religion because it's literally, it's a religion. You have to go by the rules. Even if you're working with the spirits, you have to go by the rules. The spirits just, it's a totally different system. I'm not baptized with any of the 21 divisions, but I've known friends and family who have been baptized with the 21 divisions, and it's very sacred. It's very secretive. People that get baptized aren't supposed to talk about what happened during the baptism, who taught them, etc., etc. And it's just very secretive. There's certain things you cannot talk about in any way, shape, or form. With this being said, the friends that I know that have and family that have been in baptized within the pagan religion or brujeria or voodoo have spoken to me about the situation because we're very close. Not that they gave me any secrets of any way, shape, or form, but there's been times where it's certain questions and within the conversation that aren't being answered. Like, for example, if it's been one too many times, it's just been one too many times that I've had the conversation with someone who has told me that yeah, they were baptized, but they didn't have a padrino or a madrina. A padrino and or a madrina is the person who's supposed to guide you through the process of you being baptized and is supposed to teach you the ins and outs of the spiritual group that you're in, the spirits that you're working with. And it just seems like they just tell them, now you're baptized, they're on your head, or tú eres la cabeza de, etcétera, 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 or you're the head of whatever spirits, etc., etc., etc. But they don't know how to dress candles. They don't really know how to do rituals for themselves. They seem to be learning by themselves, and not that I didn't learn by myself, because I did, but it's a very big difference between you learning by yourself in this spiritual world and you being baptized with a certain spirit. That have my own reserved opinions as to what type of spirits they're actually baptizing people with. But that is just my personal opinion. You might catch me ranting one day about it. But what's happening is actually really disgusting, because if you're being baptized right now and you're watching this video, or you're in the process of being baptized, you're in the process of giving someone money, you're in the process of going to the Dominican Republic and getting your head baptized in a river, ask questions, okay? Ask them questions. Ask them, how am I supposed to connect with this deity? And it's not that they don't teach them everything that there is to know or it's not that they don't teach them anything at all, I should say, because they do teach them, like, you know, which ones you're supposed to have in what altar, what spirits you're supposed to have near which spirits, etc., etc. But for the most part, or how do you make, you know, prosperity rituals, and what each spirit likes, and then, you know, the spirits are supposed to guide you through whatever it is that you're going through. But for the most part that I've seen, and even in my like ex-boyfriend's families, they have, it's the same story all over again. It just seems like the spirits don't really speak to them. They're not really connecting with them. They for the most part don't know that they're supposed to be connecting with their ancestors, and it's the same exact story over and over. And if you're one of those people that are baptizing people without telling them that they're supposed to be guided by a padrino or a madrina, or they're supposed to be guided by the spirits, and you're just there taking their money and their energy, and disconnecting them from the spirits, shame on you, and universal laws will be put in place. So with that being said, I wanted to show you guys how I prepare myself to, you know, dress my candles, and what I use. And I'm going to tell you exactly what I use for this candle, because first of all, nobody will ever take my connection away from the Holy Spirit. Just in case some of you are crazy out there. Some of you are just crazy. But and I use the candle, I don't use it for meditation. I use it to connect myself with Goddess, the divine energies, my guides, when I am doing a reading for someone. I usually use my meditation candle, but that one is running out, and I'm not going to be able to create them again until sometime like June or July. I will keep you guys posted. So before you know, doing the candle, make sure that you have the ingredients written down. See, I have a little book. This is the little book that I write stuff down. I'm not going to show you guys, you know, my book of shadows that the beautiful and amazing Amethyst put together. If you guys want one, you guys can go to her channel, and she sells them on her Etsy. So I write it down, you know, in a separate book. I perfect it. This one is perfected. It's always been the same way. So once you have that together, you can then take your ingredients, place them on top of the table, and then start working on yourself before you can dress your candle. What does that mean? I usually use, you know, if I can't take a shower, or if I'm like in the middle of so many things and I want to get stuff done and I want to get stuff put together, what I do is that I take a wet towel, just like this one, I fold it, and I put it in the back of my head, in the back of my neck, okay? And I'm doing it as we speak. And I wet it, the towel is going to be wet with cold water. And what does that do? That levels the energies of your body. It cools you off, okay? So you can give off good intention and good energy from your hands. How you cleanse your environment: you can take a smudge such as this one. This I create myself. You know, you cleanse the area that you're in, because a lot of people feel like, you know what, I'm gonna just put this candle together and it's whatever, I'm gonna put it together and that's that, because, you know, it's just a regular candle. No, every candle, even if it's the candles that you use as an offering, create it, you know, create your own ritual, create it to be your own. Now, the next thing that you're going to do is that you're going to clean your candle. You don't know how many hands have been on this candle. I don't know how many hands have been on this candle. I'm going to take away the sticker from the discount store. I'm taking away the sticker from the discount store. If it comes off, if it wants to come off, let's see. I don't know why they put like two stickers on top of the other. So I'm going to do the best that I can and take that off. So you want to clean it. What I use to clean my candle is both holy water and Florida water that I've created for myself. This is my Florida water. I don't have the label on it, but you guys can go to my Etsy shop and check out the label. And this is the holy water. I get this holy water directly from the Catholic Church on 5th Avenue. I try not to go into botanicas. It just doesn't feel right anymore. So what I do is, I'm going to clean the candle with both things. So I'm going to spray my Florida water on my hands, rub my hands together, and as I'm doing that, I'm telling the candle that it needs to be cleansed and putting my intention all around the candle, especially on the bottom. It doesn't matter that it has a sticker. This is a sticker right here. And this is the symbol of the Holy Spirit that you will see in most, if not all, Catholic churches. Okay? And just so that you guys know, if you guys didn't watch my haul video, what it really is supposed to be is not the Son, the Father, and the Holy Spirit. It's supposed to be the Mother, the Father, and the child, okay? That is what's, that's how it's supposed to be. I know it doesn't sound right, but to me, the Holy Spirit is the goddess energy, divine feminine consciousness. So, cleansing, putting in my energy. Some people go like this and put in their energy. That's perfectly fine. Take some of my holy water, put some of that holy water on my hands, and repeat. And you repeat it until the candle is dried. Okay? And I'm already feeling so much energy and so much intention. From this candle. I'll put that away. Place this stuff behind here. And the ingredients that I'm going to use are the following. I'm going to use some cascarilla, which if you didn't see, oh, there it is. If you didn't see the video, my witchy discount store video, you guys can go ahead and watch it. And this is my cascarilla. I put it in here because it's easier for me to get. Cinnamon powder. Bonset or bonest. I don't know. Abre camino. A lot of people use... Abre camino is the road opener herb. But a lot of people like to use it for prosperity. Okay. The... Abre camino is a road opener and it opens roads for whatever it is that you want. So I'm going to add it into my candle. Now these seeds I bought not so long ago and I knew I was going to need them for whatever reason, and I'm getting, I don't know what people use this for. It's called fenugreek seeds. I did not look it up. I did not bother to search. I am trusting my intuition. When you are dressing and preparing your candles, you want to trust your intuition. If you're going to buy your supplies, you want to trust your intuition. If your intuition or your inner self, your inner knowing tells you, go pick up that abre camino, go pick up that candle, it's because you're going to need it somewhere along the line. So I'm going to put this on there. I have my unconditional love oil, which this jar right here, or this amount right here is, I keep it separate from me. I keep it separate from the jar of where the rest of the unconditional love oils are, and that's because I sell that, and this portion I keep it for myself. This is my prosperity oil that I created myself. Now people, again, just like Abre Camino, feel like, if it's not about prosperity, bringing in money, they don't want to hear it, which is absolutely absurd and ridiculous, because prosperity is currency. That's the whole thing of prosperity. You want to prosper, or you want to bring in prosperity, and prosperity can mean abundance of love, a prosperity of love, prosperity of spiritual well-being. So I'm going to use my prosperity oil. Then I have, which I'm only going to use I'm going to use these two for the guardian angel candle that I have. I have the rose essential oil, or essential aroma oil, I should say. It's essential aroma oil. So, how you dress your candle. What you're going to do is, you're going to take your candle. You're going to take the top of your candle and you're going to do like somewhat of a diagonal. Sorry, I'm going to do it this way. Somewhat of a diagonal. I think this is, yeah. And you're going to insert the knife. And then you're going to make a circle around the knife, around the candle. Kind of like this. And it's not going to come out perfect. And then what you're going to do is the inside of the candle, or that portion of the candle that you took out. Now this wick is very melted. So what you're going to do, which doesn't matter, which is fine. You can take out the portion that you just carved into. And this, my dears, is going to make it easier for you to put in your essential oils. See? And you want to do it clockwise, not counterclockwise. Ooh. I've seen a couple of people do dress their candles this way, but mostly for prosperity. So, after you take out a little bit of the wax, what you're going to do, if you're working with the Holy Spirit candle, I like to work with the number 3 when I'm working with the Holy Spirit, because that is a representation of the mother, the father, and the child. So I'm going to insert the knife like this. See? 1, 2, and 3 times, right? And then your candle is going to have that space right here. And you barely can see it because it has paper, but your candle should have a space or an incision of where you can see where the knife, see right there, where the knife went into, right here. Then you're going to make more incisions, right? I like to use these little, I don't know, picks that you use to barbecue the meat with. And I'm going to insert it 3 times. 1, 2, and 3. Right, so then the extra candle wick, not the wick, the extra candle wax that's coming out, you could just take it out because you're going to insert it right back. So I hope you guys can see that. Now what you're going to do is take your ingredients, and it doesn't have to be in any specific order, in any way, shape, or form. It does not matter. So I'm going to take a little bit of the seeds of the fenugreek seeds, and I'm going to sprinkle them on top. See, and you can put as many as you want because they're supposed to be falling inside the holes that you made. If they don't fall inside the 3 holes that you made with this, they'll fall inside the holes that you made with this, and this will prevent your candle from burning some Abre Camino. And as you are preparing your candle, you speak to your candle and you let it know exactly what you want it to do for you. This also works with spell work. You can dress your candles just like this with spell work. And if the herbs are not falling into place, you can put them into place. No problem. Okay. So that's that. Then what I'm going to do is put the rose oil, or a little bit of the rose oil, into each hole that you made on the side with the knife. If you want, you can use the whole bottle, and you don't have to, of the aroma oil. And I'm making sure that everything goes in properly. Then, and the reason why I made the 3 holes in the middle with this is because I use numerology, and also so that the contents or the ingredients that you're putting in go inside that hole also. Then what I'm going to do is use the prosperity oil. Let's see, which one did I use? Oh my goodness. Alright, so this one is going to go to waste, because you don't. Also, if you're using these little devices, whatever it is that you use, don't use the same ones for all your oils. So this is my prosperity oil, and I'm gonna dab it, take it, put it right where I did the incision. Here we go. And then what I'm going to do is put in the unconditional love oil. The unconditional love oil. And I'm going to repeat the steps again, right in the incision. And then what I'm going to do is take some cascarilla powder. This is the cascarilla. This is just the shape that it takes from the little, I don't even know what those things are called, but they're like placed in little cups or little cubes. So this is the cascarilla, and so it takes the shape of it, but I put it in there so that it could be a little neater. And you're going to put cascarilla all over the candle. Then, after you put some cascarilla, what I like to put last is the cinnamon powder. If I put cinnamon powders or whatever powders you use, that's what I like to put last. And so this is the cinnamon powder. I might sneeze a little bit. Put some of that up on top. And this is how your candle is going to look inside. See? all that good stuff. Before putting in the wax that you took out, you're going to want to put some more intention into your candle. Cleaning it. More intention. Rub the candle. Tell the candle what you want it to do for you. Then I am going to add a little something extra. Let's see. I'm going to add 2 ingredients more to the candle, which is spikenard or spikenard. I don't know how people pronounce that. Just a little bit, nothing crazy. And some roses, some rose petals. And it's not going to be a whole rose petal, because if not, then your candle will go into flames. If you're using rose petals, you want to put the rose petals on the side. See this? I'm going to show you guys. See the rose petals on the side? You want it away from the wick so that your candle doesn't burn. And if you can stick it to the side of your, you know, inside the incision, that will be perfect as well also, so that your candle does not burn. You don't want your candle to burn black. Not because anybody's doing anything to you, it's because you burnt it. Just making sure those incisions are in, and so it looks like this. And now what you're going to do with the wax that you took out is put the wax back on top and press it. This one's good because it's like really really soft, really milky. So put it back on there. Like this. And you can cover as much as you want. And voila, there's your candle.